everyone, welcome to Pearl's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I make Yakhni Pulao. This is one of my favorite dishes. Yakhni Pulao can be made with lamb, beef or mutton. Yakhni means stock or a broth, and it originated from the Mughals' time in India. So the ingredients that we need for the Yakhni Pulao is, here in the pot I've got 7.5 mugs, one of these mugs, 7.5 mugs of water. And like I said, you can use any meat. I'm using lamb, and I'm using cut from like breast and leg mix. And you can put some bones because the bone makes a good stock. So that's 1.5 kilo of lamb in there. And what we need is there's 2 onions here cut in quarters, and we'll need 3 bay leaves, 3 black cardamom, a teaspoon of pepper corns, 7 to 8 cloves. I've got 6 green cardamoms here, and I've got 3 to 4 small 4 to 5 small cinnamon sticks. And in here I've got 2 inches of ginger, a whole pot of garlic, and I've got 2 tablespoons of Dhaanya seeds, that's coriander seeds, and 2 tablespoons of Sauf, that's fennel seeds. We'll need salt, and what we'll need is a bag, a muslin cloth. It's a see-through bag. I've got a proper bag. I keep it for stock. It's very handy, but if you don't have a bag, just a muslin cloth will do. I'll show you how to do it. And we also need is, here I've got 2.5 mugs of rice. So what we need to do is we need to put the yakhni to boil for at least an hour, and we have to wash and soak the rice also for an hour. So we're going to do this step by step. So first I'm going to show you how to make the yakhni. So what you do is you take all these ingredients, the ginger, the garlic, the dhania and the fennel, and you put it in the mixie and you blend it, but not into a paste. Make it like a coarse, so you have to do it very quickly. Okay, there I've grind this mixture of fennel, dhania, the coriander seed, ginger, garlic. I didn't put any water at all, and this is how it should look like. Coarse, not smooth. So it just took a few seconds to do it. So now what you do is you put all this in your muslin cloth or muslin bag. There you go. And now what you do is take all the garam masala and put that also in the bag, because this stops us from like trying to take it all out from the water, because we only need all its flavor. So put that, and then you tie your bag. Okay. And now you put this bag in the water, the 7.5 mugs of water. And now the onions, put that in the water as well. And then put all your meat in the water. This makes such a lovely stock. There you go. And now you put some salt. Now salt to taste. I mean, you can put 2 teaspoons of salt. Oops, that's not 2 teaspoons. Okay, that's 2 teaspoons of salt. So now what you do is you put this, now you put this to boil, and remember the meat only needs around 80% cooking. So this will take at least an hour. You can start checking from 45 minutes. Okay, put the lid on and let that boil. And you see all the like brown stuff coming out of the meat, so you remove that. So let that boil. So while that's boiling, what we need to do is we need to wash the rice. So that's 2.5 mugs of water. You wash it like 4 or 5 times, and then just cover the rice with around 1 inch of water and let it soak also for an hour. And also I forgot to tell you, you can see I've got a new microphone. My son gave it to me for my birthday present. and some of you said that you couldn't hear me properly, so I'm hoping this will make it a lot clearer. Okay, we're going to stir the yakhni in between, and like I said, if you see any mucky stuff that comes floating on the top, it's not there at the moment, but if you do see this, remove it from the water. And don't forget the meat, the yakhni has to be boiling on a low flame, on like a medium flame, okay, for the full hour. And like I said, I washed the rice quite a few times, and that's soaking, got inch above the rice. Let that soak as well. And this yakhni pulao is very delicious, but not a spicy dish. So to complement it, I'm going to make a lovely hot spicy chutney. So the ingredients for the chutney we'll need a bunch of coriander, leave the stalks on, and I've got 2 large tomatoes roughly chopped, chili to taste, I like it hot, so I've got 5 large green chilies, got half a teaspoon of cumin seeds and 4 cloves of garlic, and we'll need some salt. And what you do is you put all this into the mixer and make it into a chutney, like a paste. But don't put any water because the tomato will make its own gravy. There, the chutneys, I've ground the chutney, that's how it should look like. Nice into a paste, so that's it. Now you just take this out into a bowl and keep it separate, and that will go very well with the pulao. Okay, the yakhni meat has had 45 minutes. In India, the meat is very tough, so you will need an hour or maybe more than an hour. But here in the UK, the meat is quite tender, so it only needed 45 minutes. So now what you do is put the gas off, and you take out the bag now first, your yakhni cloth, and keep it separate. Let it cool down, and then you take all this, and you need a sieve and another pot, and now you just put it all through the sieve. Leave the onions in there, and that's it. Now let all the juices come out from the meat. Just leave it as it is. Okay, now the meat is already draining, so we'll carry on with the rest of the pulao. So the ingredients we need for the pulao is here in a pot, the bigger the better pot. So take a big pot, and in there I've got 3/4 cups of ghee. Pulao is made very well with ghee. You can use oil if you want, but I always make it with ghee. So that's already there. The rest of the ingredients what you need is here. I've got 2 large onions sliced, and we'll need some mace, we'll need some nutmeg, we'll need some Kewra Water. In here I've made a paste of ginger, garlic and green chilies. So it's 2 inches of ginger, a full pot of garlic and 4 green chilies. You could put less if you want. We'll need salt. Got 3/4 cups of yogurt, and here I've got 3 bay leaves, 6 cloves, 5 green cardamoms, half a teaspoon of peppercorns, and I've got 3 or 4 small cinnamon sticks, and this I've got some Phool that you get at the Indian shop, and like I said, a teaspoon of Tsp Jeera. And we'll need some fried onions. You can either, I always fry in bulk and keep separate, so you need a fistful of fried onions separate. If you don't have this already separate in your storage, then you need to fry extra onion. Instead of 2 onions, you do 4 onions and take out some and keep separate. I always put raisins in my rice because when my children were young, and they always liked the sweetness of the raisins in the rice, and now they're quite grown up and they still like the pulao made the same way. So you need a fistful of golden raisins to go with it. So now these are the ingredients for the pulao. So what we do is now we put the gas on, and once the ghee gets hot, so first thing you do is you put the Tsp Jeera and all the garam masala. There you go, that only takes a few seconds. And then you put all the garam masala. And before it starts popping and splitting, you add the onions to it. Now you let the onions cook till they're nice and golden brown. Okay, and then I'll show you what we do. There you go, the onions are nice and brown, so you put a little bit of water now. You don't want to brown it anymore. And now add the ginger, garlic and chili paste. Put another tablespoon of water. Now just put it on a slow flame, and now keep bhunjing the ginger, garlic and chili paste for 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, the ginger, garlic and green chilies had its 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. Now what we need to do is put all the meat in there and the onions that were in there. Now give that a fry. And then add all the yogurt in there. And now give that a fry now. Now fry that for at least 2 to 3 minutes. So while that's frying, what we do is the bag that we had, but it's still got plenty of juices in there. So try and, now that it's cooled down, try and squeeze all the juices out. And the yakhni stock that we needed, so now put that in the stock, mix that in there, and that's the yakhni juice that we made, the stock that we made, and we needed exactly 3 3/4 mug. Now the meat and the yogurt started frying, so at this point now you need to add salt, again salt to taste. Say another 2 teaspoons of salt, and then you need to add all the stock in there. Smells so delicious, the stock. So now wait till that comes to a boil. So while we're waiting for that to come to a boil, we need to strain the rice that we've been soaking. Because the next stage is putting the rice together. So that's it. Let it drain out all the water. You can see now the yakhni started to boil. So now all the drained rice you need to do is add onto it. And then just gently give it a stir. And now what you do is put all your raisins in, and then take the mace and just put like a 1/4 teaspoon of mace and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and then put some, like a teaspoon of Kewra Water, teaspoon and a half. Try not to stir it too much. Now you have to wait for this to come to a boil, and then I'll show you. Okay, now you can see after the rice, now it's come to a boil. So now you take the rest of the fried onions and just put it on the top. And now you put the flame is still on high at the moment. Now we're going to put it on the dum. So you put tin foil. And then you put the lid back on. Okay, so now, because now it needs to go on the dum for half an hour, and because the back burner is doesn't have very strong flames, so that's what we need. We need a very sort of medium, low to medium flame, and if you have one of these, you can use them. If you don't have, don't worry about it. Put the gas completely low, and like I'm going to do, I'm going to put this one off and I'm going to switch it to that one. And now I don't touch this rice for half an hour. Now while the Yakhni Pulao is still on the dum for the half an hour, what we need to do is I'm going to fry some peppers, because this goes very well with the pulao. So salad, chutney and peppers. So the pepper is very easy. Just put some oil for deep frying, and you get these pompadums. You call them pompadums here. We call them peppers in India. You get them in any Indian shop. You get them with jeera in it, with garlic in it, chilies in it, or pepper in it. You can choose whichever flavor you want. You can either fry them whole, or just break them like I do, and then you just simple. Just put them in the hot oil, flip them over. Only needs seconds in there. You get rice peppers as well, but more so in India rather than here, because that's my favorite one. The rice pepper. These peppers are made out of lentils. There you go. Doesn't take long. Fry the peppers and put your gas off. And this can stay like that for hours, and it will still be all right to eat. Okay, now the pulao has had its half an hour on the dum. So now we remove all this. Wow, look at that, it smells really good. And now what you do is just take a fork and just fluff up the rice. The meat is so nice and tender in there. And now we can just dish it up. So, there you go. It's more meat than rice. There you go. That's the Yakhni Pulao. Now what you do is, it goes very well with the salad, so you put some salad at the side. And like I said, it's not very hot, so you put some chutney with it. Nice and spicy chutney at the side. And we remove the bay leaf and have it with a couple of pompadums on the side, or peppers on the side. Just put one. And there you go. That's our lamb Yakhni Pulao. I hope you all like it. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and if you like my video, give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to press the notification button so you'll get notified for my upcoming videos. Until then, enjoy this Yakhni Pulao. I shall see you next week with some more delicious cooking.